All right, all right, all right.
All right, welcome back. How we doing? Welcome back to the state, Quinn. Yeah, go Phils today.
Thank
Big
you.
one.
Yeah, big game. Minneapolis brethren. Cheers.
Yeah, it's like half the league. Welcome back to half the league. I hope that the trip was as fun as it looked. I will say, I mean, I know it happens every other year since I'm on a cycle of not going every other year that the FOMO was real, but it looked like a lot of fun. So I'm glad you guys had a great time.
It was a good time. Rutgers pulled out that dub for us, so that was nice.
Yes, big time.
What are we drinking? Ah, my favorite mug of yours.
Yeah, no, this pretty mug. It's a boring coffee today. It's a just a standard Nespresso coffee with some almond creamer, I think, and I put a little bit of ice in it because I like to drink it now as opposed to in 10 minutes. Juxtaposed to you, because
Yeah, I like mine flaming hot. Kind of like Rutgers football team. This is black coffee. I don't remember the brand. French press.
oh, French press, very nice,
Oh yes, only the best here.
nice. Um, you want to get into sort of how the league is looking because we're 2 weeks out because we missed last week due to the trip. Um,
Yeah, a lot of happened. We don't have. I feel like there's a lot of 1-3 teams right now.
which I don't know what that says because I said last week it's good because we have parity.
Dude, I know, and it's yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
I
one
guess
and
we
three.
kind of do. No, honestly, it doesn't feel as much as it was. I mean, only three 2-2 teams, one 4-0 team, and yeah, a lot of teams in the dump right now.
Yeah,
But I guess, that's more opportunity to rise above the ashes,
bingo. I like that. I like that.
because
Yeah,
we need it over here.
looking at the standings now. I mean, I do find, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. I do find it interesting with Steinley coming on as the new guy to the league, and he's sitting at 3-1. Uh, but that may be more so just based on his matchups instead of his performance. Yeah, he's had some
Yeah,
pretty
points
favorable
for a little
matchups.
low. He's still got that nice piece of steak as his emoji, and I guess
Nice
maybe
piece
he
of
wants to
meat.
put sauce on it. Is that what the name is? He needs some A1 sauce for his steak.
I guess, yeah.
Sauce cloth.
I like hot sauce personally.
All right. Give me the score rundown.
Yep,
I actually didn't
absolutely.
even look that closely.
So looking at last week, we had a pretty good matchup amongst you and I, although the scoring ended up being pretty low. I took you down. I took the rig down, which was nice, but honestly, at what cost? Because I lost my first round pick, Malik Neighbors. Very sad. Would have been nice to keep his energy going with Russ, but honestly, with the whole quarterback switch of Jackson Dart, and he wasn't really performing. So I didn't have all of my investment into him, but it still hurts. Um, and then also it helps when you have the number one player in fantasy on your team. Um,
Who is number one? I don't even know.
Puka was number one
I
last.
knew it.
Yeah, he's been stellar this year. Um, but I mean, it doesn't it doesn't fill in two receiver spots, and so losing your first round pick hurts. But hopefully Puka can keep it up.
What's crazy
Um,
too is you only had 102 projected points, and I had 105, which was, I think, the lowest for any teams, or except
well,
Darth Vader,
so
but
that's
we both, yeah.
because that's because
Injuries?
Yahoo, and I kind of got into this in the Discord. Yahoo, when a player's injured, it changes their projected points for even the week that they got injured to zero.
Uh,
So we had two guys that we started
Damn, that's kind of
that
busted.
got injured in the game, and so their projected points went from whatever 12, 18 down to zero. So our
I
projections
see.
are normal, but now just with those injuries, and it's nice because it kind of highlights how big that is. Because without
Yeah.
those players, we're looking at a score of 100. So,
No.
um, yeah, I mean, you just had a rough week. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
rough year, man.
The rig. Um, in the other matchups, Raj is now off to a pretty hot start. He's up to 3-1 and really led by Bo Nix and Drake London. Um, they had great weeks. Bo Nix especially looked good. I think he played on Monday night. But I will say, just those offenses, in the league, they're very streaky, in my opinion. Like the Broncos' offense has been good, but it's been pretty bad at times. And then
Yeah.
Michael Penix has been just who knows if he's going
Michael
to be good one
Penix.
week. Michael Penis, absolutely.
Did you see
Um,
that video of the fan calling him Michael Penix? And he's like, yo, it's Penix.
oh God, no, I
It's
didn't.
funny.
Did you see the video that he wears like the do rag on his head all the time, like even when he showers?
Really?
Yeah, someone was like, "What does your hair look like?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's the thing. I don't take my do rag off in public, so no one knows what my hair looks like."
Maybe he doesn't know what it looks like.
Maybe he doesn't have hair, which is, bald is beautiful.
He does give, well, yeah, never mind.
Um, but yeah, and there was a pretty rough start in that matchup too by Fabian with starting Jerome Ford. But I think that was just, hopeful that things could work out because that was a rough outing by Jerome Ford in that. Moving on, we had El Scorcho went bell to ass. He heard what we said last week,
Facts.
and
Big
he,
dub.
he let us know. He beat his projection by damn near 65 points. Um,
Ooh, he was scorching.
he was scorching. That's the thing. El Scorcho, when he gets hot, he's hot. He
Darth
was
Vader's
led by
making
his
out
running
with his
backs too.
sister or mom, whatever it is. Sorry.
He was led by his running backs. They both dropped over 30. So
Well,
Genty looks good, and Josh Jacobs. That was a fun game against the Packers that he played in. And then that matchup also is noted because it's against Carl, and as we talked our shit against Carl last week, he actually Carl did have a pretty good week. Had some injury troubles, in the middle of the game, which I'll get to later. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter the kind of week he had because Spencer was winning against honestly multiple teams combined this week. It was a great game by him.
nah, he tore it up.
Um, the next matchup that we have is Ricky had a pretty slow performance against Eric, and Eric took the win. Nothing too crazy to come out of this. I mean, you start when your starting receivers get about 10 points combined. It's just not a good combination. I mean, AJ Brown just has been kind of falling flat this year, and then Ricky Pearsall, yeah, he's got to start reading more. I think is the thing. He's got to read the playbook and whatnot.
Dude, you're right. The Eagles should just get him like a little library in the locker room.
They should get him like a little portable one. Like, when they go on the bench and they put their helmet behind them. They
Yeah,
should
wait, they
like
should put a little library, like the little
yeah,
house
they
ones.
should have a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
library so he can pick up whatever he wants to read. Um, but yeah, no, all jokes aside, it was just a flat game by AJ Brown. Ricky Pearsall was also started, which is hysterical that Ricky owns Ricky Pearsall. So both
Guess
like
he likes
Ricks
the
are
name.
together.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pearsall he looked slow out there too. You hope that he was going to capitalize, and he didn't. I had him in another league too, so I'm feeling that. But Eric got the job done, led by James Cook and Amon Ra, which have both been better than I thought they were going to be this year. So it's good for him that they've progressed to be kind of leaders on his team, which is nice. Next matchup we have Steinley, newcomer alert, hitting 3-1. He takes the win over Una in actually a pretty tightly contested matchup. One of the things I saw out of this is that Steinley was really led by Chargers running back Amarian Hampton. And in fantasy, being led by a rookie is, when your leading scorer is a rookie, that's a tough spot to be in just because, you know, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You draft them for those highlights, but it's just adjusting to the league. But he has a good basis, between Brock Bowers and Keenan Allen, who's been great, and whoever he's playing at quarterback. I know he started Tua this week.
Yes, Sauce is looking the part. 3-1.
Yeah, Sauce is
Solid
saucy.
intro to the league.
But Una, I think, put up a good matchup. I think it's just, it was just kind of low scoring across the board. But Una has I think he has a good basis on his team. Um, and the last matchup that we have is battle of 2-2, so a little battle of mid, or now 2-2 after this matchup. We have Rob taking down Rue. Uh, Rob really let.
I sometimes forget that Rob's emoji is Chris
Yeah,
Ash
I mean Chris
being
Ash,
down
one of the
70-0.
yeah, Rob, or it's Chris Ash losing by
Oh
7,
god.
getting shut out 70-0.
Who would have thought we'd come from 70-0 to going flying to Minneapolis several years later and losing on a botch snap? Like
Yep,
you can't.
that Rutgers.
Sorry, this isn't a Rutgers podcast, but it is the Scarlet Knights podcast. So,
History of snaps and losing at the end, like what was his name, Gary Nova with the taking the knee on fourth down,
oh,
or
we
spiking
have
it on fourth down
we
rather.
have quite the resume.
So this matchup was really led by George Pickens. He balled out on Sunday night against the Packers, which hurt to see as a fan. But
Yeah,
obviously
CD's hurt,
Rob,
right? Am I?
Bijan Robinson went off. That's why you draft him that high in the first round. And Emeka Egbuka has been on fire this year. Andrew, CMC looked good. Devon Achane looked good, led by his running backs, but it's just everyone else kind of didn't overperform, and then the underperformers hurt you in that instance. And then the Ravens also giving up 40 points to the Chiefs and looking very mid didn't help.
Ravens are looking like frauds. I don't think we have any Ravens fans in this
Yeah, which is
group.
good.
So
It's also funny because I saw somewhere talking about Jair Alexander, saying, "Oh, he's questionable to play this week because of his hamstring or whatever." And I said, "Yeah, this is what we've been dealing with for the past 6 years up in Green Bay. But have fun with him. He's great when he plays those 2 games in a year.
what's the best availability? Oh, I screwed it up. What's the
Eh,
best ability?
it's all good. Yes, but yeah. So a couple of good matchups. Like you said, we got one 4-0 team left. And
At
then
least everyone's got a win. That's something.
yeah, I actually noticed that too. There's no totally winless teams. I mean, Fabian's on a 3-game losing streak after winning his first game, and Steinley's kind of done the opposite of he lost his first game, and then he's won 3 in a row. So he's heating up. Raj is heating up. Everyone's kind of falling into place. And I also will note too, because we had the discussion last week of not making moves and seeing how that plays out.
Yeah.
Team that is on team that is in first has the most moves
You
done.
are dominating the waiver wire as usual. And Sauce
And
Squad, a
I
lot
mean,
of
and you
bad
and
players.
Fabian are consistent.
Fabian has not made a move, which is almost impressive, actually.
I know. If
That he's
if
been
he
able
goes
to.
a whole year without making a move, I
Yeah,
will be very impressed.
that should be like a $15 reward.
That's a weekly prize. Don't make a move this week.
Speaking of, what was our weekly prize? I don't even know who won last week.
So the weekly prize was the team that was the closest to their projected score.
Ah, yes.
So it was Fabian that took it. He was like 0.17 points off.
Whoa, he was really close.
Yeah. So, and it was funny because I had a conundrum as the commish of, with our players suffering injuries in the middle of the game and their projections getting all fucked up. How do I account for that? But it really didn't matter because Fabian just was right on the money in
On
terms
the
of his
dot.
score.
There should
Um,
be there should be a league rule, a yearly rule that if you hit your projection perfectly, you get $10.
I like that. I could be down with that because
Amend it.
we have kind of an odd number in terms of the final pot anyway. But yeah, that was the weekly prize, and then what was it the week before? Um,
Was that blackjack? Because didn't no, it
that
wasn't.
was blackjack, and we were right because we said on the pod that
Yeah, yeah,
Eric's team he had started James Cook,
yeah. He
who
got a
had
Thursday night.
20.8, and he had to get
Yeah,
to 21. But it is funny that we said, "Oh well, what the hell, Eric? You make it not fun." Uh, having James Cook get that close. Even if James Cook didn't play, he was still going to win because he had a guy at 20.7. So
Really?
yeah, he had a guy at 20.8 and a guy at 20.7. So the only
Wow.
better thing to do, because I remember looking at the scores across the entire landscape of fantasy, the uh, the Buccaneers kicker had 21 on the nose. So that was the only other way to win, was
Damn, I knew I should have
doing that.
started him.
So, and he's been good, but not starting in fantasy good.
Man, 21 points is a lot for a kicker.
Yeah, he's got a leg. You want to go over kind of the rest of the weekly awards? I know we had the challenge winner, but you want to hit the rest of the weeklies?
Yeah, well, let's do team of the week. We're gonna give that to our boy El Scorcho. Coming from the, well, not the dumps, but I think he was 0 and 3.
Who was?
Put up a show 185.56, like you said, 65 plus points over his projection. Spencer, congratulations, you're on the board with the dub, team of the week.
Yep, give him his flowers. His points against, like we said, he was sitting at 0 and 3. His points against is crazy though. I
Yeah,
mean, he
is he
has the most in the
highest?
league, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been beat up all year, so it's
no,
good
no,
good to
for
see him kind of
sure.
get the win.
Yeah, let's see what else we got. Can we do our lineup crimes?
Um, yeah, we can do the lineup crimes, kind of uh, see who made some flops. And I mean, looking across, you had some performers that uh, have not been great all year, and they just continue to prove that. So Lad McConkey was in contention for this award, as was AJ Brown, as was Jerome Ford. They've all been pretty mid this year, but I'll give the award to myself for the lineup crime, the
Ooh.
lineup criminal.
What's
Uh,
funny, it's only been me and you so far.
I know. Well, I mean, you're your own worst critic, but I started David Njoku, and I was hoping that he would actually pay off after trading away his counterpart in Cleveland to Carl. But Dallas Goddard proceeded to have a fucking day of 2 touchdowns and turning back the clock
No,
and
he
making
did.
me
He
look like
looked
a
good.
dumbass.
I have an honorable mention though, and
Go
it
ahead.
is me. And it is for the same one that I lost 2 weeks ago. I can't figure out this Justin Fields Jared Goff crap because Jared Goff put up 13.72 points. Fields put up 27.14 on my bench.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna stick with Goff just because I think his floor is much higher than Fields.
Yep.
But I don't know honestly.
I mean, it's really going to be matchup depending, I think, with Fields because if he goes against a tough offense that has like a good Mike linebacker, that's going to be playing spy on him, it's not going to. He's not going to be doing that. He's not going to be running and getting the first downs. He's not going to be, he's not going to do the same things that he has been doing. Um,
Yeah, I mean he
but
also got hurt the last time, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to him.
yeah, their offense is just weird. Sorry to talk about your coworkers like this, Carl, but their offense is just strange. Of yeah, we have one of the better receivers in the league, and we have a pretty good quarterback in terms of running, but we're just going to run it up the middle every time.
Yeah, not to talk about my team all the time, but I just had some bad starts. Like Sam Laporta scored less than Hunter Henry on my bench. Got the quarterback swap. Yeah, just like
Yeah, I mean it happens every year. It happens every week, honestly. But
having said that though, it's not like I would have really moved the dial that much. My team just kind of sucks. So
yeah, that is, and you know what? I will say with the mentality of making moves and not making moves, um, I do try to set myself up to where I don't get a choice because I will make the wrong choice every time. So
yeah, that
it's like I
is
have to pick. I have to play Roma Dunze over Matthew Golden. Whether I like Golden more, I have to play Roma Dunze just because he's been better. So it kind of loses that room for interpretation.
yeah, no, I I try to take choice out of it. I also don't like the projections are tough because I almost like rather I like Googling things better than just listening to whatever Yahoo has to say. It just doesn't feel as authentic. I don't know. I have a hard time like looking at him and just going with the higher projection, but it's also when you pick against it, you're like, oh, is this the right thing to do? I don't know.
Yeah, I do like
Mental games.
I do like looking at the chat too of the players. I don't know if you.
I love the chat. I like
Sometimes they're
they
good. Of like, oh, should I
and
start this guy or
sometimes
this
they
guy?
are
And sometimes
vocal.
it's just like, this guy is ass. I'm never playing him again.
Some of them get really violent really quick.
Yeah, you have one bust. Like I'm sure Jared Goff probably had people like, thanks, I lost my house on this week.
No, literally. Let's see Nico Collins chat. Considering he was butthole last week. I can't even find it on the online version. Oh well.
You
What
want to
else should
go
we?
on to how we're
Yeah,
looking in the blue tent?
we can do blue ten or we can do quadrants. What do you want to do?
Let me wrap up. Let me wrap up just injuries, just because I think
Yeah,
it feeds into the quadrants of
sounds good. Yeah.
you know the how teams are doing. So for the report from the blue tent for injuries that we're looking at across the league. So we had two pretty big ones in terms of just the team construction. Malik Neighbors on my team, first round pick, is out for the year, torn ACL.
Was
They got to
watching
get the
Rob.
turf out of MetLife, man. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's every year now, and so you know that hurts. Like I said, it helps to have the number one player in fantasy on your team, but it takes
That
it
sucks.
takes a
It, and
village
it,
not to
it
fall
hurts
back.
Dart too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he looked decent. And, the
yeah.
best
Art
players
looked
out.
good. And then that Tyreek Hill injury. I don't know if you were watching it live.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't see it live, but yeah, that was ugly.
I mean, I get squeamish with stuff like that,
Hmm.
and I mean, for a
Have
32
they
year old receiver,
have they like reported what exactly happened yet?
so it was a dislocated knee with multiple torn ligaments. So probably like his
Oh,
ACL and MCL,
damn.
because his
Yeah.
knee was like, because I mean, when you watched it live, you're like, oh, his leg is bending down, like that's normal, except he was on his stomach, so it was bending the wrong way. So you're like, oh fuck, this is not good.
No, yeah, it was ugly. It's you wonder what's next for him because he's kind of like Dolphins kind of suck. He hasn't been the same player for the last few years. Now he's got an insane knee injury. Like
Yeah,
I
no, I
don't
mean
know.
he's 32 years old, and he may not come
Yeah,
back until he's 34. So it's
and there
like,
goes his shot at the Olympics.
yeah, that race against what's his name, the sprinter.
I think he could probably downgrade from cheetah to like house cat maybe.
I'd still give him like a lynx, like somewhere in the
Yeah,
middle.
meerkat maybe.
Meerkat Hill. Um, are they even cats?
I don't know what a meerkat even looks like.
They're
One could
like
walk in right now. I wouldn't know it.
a
I think they're
meerkat could
monkeys,
walk
right?
in. Yeah, meerkat's more like a mongoose.
It's not a gopher. Yeah, Pat, in Minnesota, man, gophers, cute, cute ass little rodents.
Really?
Well, on the screen they had one singing Freddie Mercury, and it was pretty good.
That's awesome. Other injuries that were noted, we had on the big rig, Cedric Tillman was started. He heads to IR, which hurts, but he was only your flex, so it's not like he was really moving the needle that much. And other players that moved to the IR that were of note are the Cardinals running backs. We knew that James Conner was hurt.
Carousel of running backs.
Yeah, no, because he was hurt, and then everyone said, "Oh my God, I have to pick up Trey Benson. He's going to be the guy." And then Trey Benson is now also on IR. Um, so we'll see. We'll see who the pickup is among those two, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. In terms of positive news, Jane Daniels is back, so he's going to come off IR. You draft him. He's probably drafted as the QB4 in our league. I don't have it up, but you draft someone to play, so it's good that he's coming back. But then we have just a lot of dings at this point in the season that certainly don't help teams, but it's just situations to monitor. You got Lamar Jackson dinged up, he's out. Bucky Irving dinged up, he's out. CeeDee Lamb, we know, has the ankle injury, and I don't know how long that's going to last. Brock Purdy is dinged up, which, to be honest, I mean, Mac Attack looks pretty good in a Kyle Shanahan offense. Mac
He
Jones looks
does.
good.
I mean, I've never been a Purdy fan, and Mac Jones is basically like Purdy's twin. I feel like in
He's
terms of
like
like,
tall, accomplished Brock Purdy.
yeah. So yeah, no, I agree. It actually speaks to I don't think Purdy's that good. So like,
Yeah, yeah. Waste of money.
yeah,
That's why he was the seventh
yeah,
round pick.
it's insane he got paid that.
And then finally, Chuba Hubbard is dinged up. He's going to be out this week. Hurts you.
Yeah, hurts me.
Um,
I got hit pretty hard as well. Both of our teams last week got hit.
yeah, yeah. It's just the injury monster's coming in at this point in the season. So, but luckily it's coinciding with the bye weeks. Like for like my Packers are dinged up, but
Hmm.
they're on bye this week, so hopefully they can get everything right and have some time to recover.
Faux show.
Is it time?
Alrighty.
Is it time for the
Let's
quadrants?
the moment. This is really why everyone tunes in the first place. So let's just, without further ado. Alrighty. Edition number 2 of the quadrants are here.
V2.
Alrighty. Unfamiliar territory, and this title really just goes for the brig. We've dominated this league, and we are now 1-3. We need a dub. There's no way around it. I mean, we're in the dumps. Barkley Boogaloo, same thing. We had a good matchup 2 weeks ago, and now we are back to where we started. And Henny God, love you, Ricky. But yeah, we all need a win. I'm not going to talk too much crap on these guys because I'm in this group. But we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. I think I like our matchups. I think one of these teams at least is going to move up by next week.
I agree, but this is not looking good for the rig. The rig is not used to this kind of play. It's not the standard that the club has built over the past couple of decades.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, we'll see. A lot of season left before I'm ready to say it's a rebuilding. Play defense. My goodness. Scorcho and Last Chance U have the most points against in the league. 41 for Scorcho, 520 for Last Chance U. Every team in these bottom two quadrants are 1-3, but these guys I gave the benefit of the doubt because their points against is highest in the league. Scorcho, good dub last week, but still got to get some defense, buddy.
Yeah. No, yeah. You can score as much as you want, but if you're getting beat up on, there's nothing you can do.
That sucks. Yeah, it's one of the ways fantasy rolls. All right, in the mix, a lot of teams here. This was a tough week for ranking people because we have so many 3-1 teams, 2-2 teams. The points for and points against are close across the board. I went with Saul Squad, Pitchy, Derek, Rue World Order, and Coronavirus. To call out a few, Derek Bogey, a good team. They're second highest in points for. 2-2 though, just unlucky. So
Yeah.
they got to go that high. But I think they have a good shot to get into the top right quadrant though in a few weeks. Rue World Order, they were top dog that dropped down from our last rankings. 2-game losing streak. Points for is good, but yeah, 2-2 kind of sucks considering where they were at. Coronavirus, good squad, 2-2, but on the bottom half of this quadrant. And then Saw Squad and Pitchy, both 3-1 teams, but I couldn't put them in the top just yet.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I think that Raj is heating up on Pitchy Pitchy. So I think that he may find himself there in that next quadrant within the next couple of weeks. He's got to keep it rolling. But Saw Squad, like I said, he's got the lowest points for right now. He's really finding himself in the same situation that we talked smack to Carl last week. So
Yeah, like it's tough. He's on a 3-game winning streak, but the points for isn't great. And it's like just looking at him stats wise against Derek Bogey, I mean, outside of the 3-1 versus 2-2, I'll take Derek right now. I
yeah,
think he's just the best squad.
yeah, yeah. You hope that you can keep it rolling and your opponents can't. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see where Steinley ends up.
Alrighty, top dogs, the real contenders. Let me start with Love is in the air. All right, you're 4-0, most points for, points against pretty average. It's actually on the lower side, but it doesn't matter. Points for 529, 4-game win streak, obviously. Making a lot of waiver moves, obviously. But yeah, uh, injury bug a little bit last week, Pat, but I still think you're in good shape. I mean, you're on route for a 1 seed right now.
It sometimes it works out. I will say I think I got a D report card in terms of drafting from Yahoo. So
I got an A plus, and I'm in the last quadrant. So.
yeah, so one of these to you, Yahoo. That's what you get.
And Carl, you better not let me down. I put you up here because you have good points for. You're 3-1. and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because I had you in the tier below on my last ranking. You showed out. You're 3-1 now. Don't let me down, buddy. This is a big week for you. You're playing Derek Bogey. That's our matchup of the week. I'll just spill the beans right now. Derek's got more points for. He's 2-2, but I think he could definitely. You guys could be switching next week, so you better not let me down, Dart.
Wow, wow. The turntables. Darth Vader he's a likey.
He needs a great babe.
No, yeah. I mean, he had a good week. He just went up against the buzzsaw of Scorcho on fire.
No, it's true, and tough loss, but I mean 185. It's hard to hold it against him too much.
Yeah. No, that's good. I like those. I like those rankings. I think they're all. I think they're all deserving. I think in the mix. I mean, it's still early, so you can make the argument for a lot of people being in the mix. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. I think that over these next couple weeks, these are going to be really solidified quadrants.
Oh, I agree. I mean, these 1-3 teams and these 2-2 teams have a chance to jump up quickly, just depending on how things shake out. So, or people can fall. All right, our matchup of the week is going to be Derek Bogey versus Dart Vader. Got a 2-2 team versus a 3-1 team. Derek Bogey, second most points for in the league at 506. Dart Vader, 3-1, solid squad. Still would like to see a little more. Tough loss last week against Scorcho. But I think it's going to be a big one. I mean, if Derek wins this, I think he's in really good shape at 3-2, given how many points he has and the squad he has. And if Dart loses, I don't know. It's just an interesting one. So that's our
That's a
matchup
tough
of the
three and
week.
two to sit at if he does lose. But if he wins, 4-1 against a tough matchup.
No, for sure.
So, like you said, you got to see it from him.
Yeah, no, we'll see. And then, yeah, the other matchups are good. I mean, it's still early enough where every win counts, but that at least is the one with, I think, the closest competition right now.
I agree. I agree with that.
Alrighty. I think that
Alrighty.
wraps up the second edition.
Yeah, no, good week last week. I'm looking forward to this coming week, except for Ricky. I hope you don't. Hope you fall flat again, but we'll see.
All right, good luck to everybody. We'll talk next week on the next edition. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and we're looking for sponsorship. So if anyone's interested.
Yeah, if anyone wants to, sponsor an episode, come on, let us know.
All right, later.
All right, cheers, guys.